Hey, David Breslow back here with you. In today's training video, I want to talk to you about a simple substitution that can help relieve stress for you anywhere you go every day in your life. And they are two simple words. And I'm going to ask you to transpose these two simple words, because normally here's what happens. When we use the word I, it gets very personal. So if you've ever in your daily life used the word I in front of phrases like, I'm no good, I can't do this, I'm not good at this, I'm not very confident, things like that. I made a bad decision, so on and so forth. Here's what I'm asking you to do. Today's tool is to substitute the word I with the word that. Because here's what's going to happen. Every time you use the word I, it becomes very personal. And when it becomes personal, it becomes really difficult to separate from. Because when you use the word I, that's pretty darn personal, isn't it? You really take that in, and that becomes more and more difficult to separate from. Now, use the word that and see what happens. So, for example, instead of I'm no good, you change the I to that was no good. Or I'm not confident, change that to that wasn't a very confident thing to do. Or I'm not worthy, change it to that was not worthy. Even when I say it to you right now, it's a completely different feeling. Practice doing it even as you're watching this video. Change the word I to the word that. Even when I do it right now, just talking to you, I feel completely different. Because here's what's happening in your body. I is being taken in very personal, as I said. The word that really allows you to separate from whatever the action or the choice or the decision that you just made. Because that is something out there. I is something in here. And that's why it's so difficult to change that. People who are walking around using the word I a lot are imprinting this really difficult message to get away from. And that's why it's so hard. You know, I'm no good. I'm not good at this. I make bad choices. I always do this. I always do that. Whatever phrase you tend to use a lot, if you're using the word I'm asking you now to switch it to the word that. And watch what happens to you. Because here's what's going to happen. I'll say it again. When you use the word that, you now allow some space between you and whatever it is that you're talking about. That was a bad choice. That was a bad decision over there. That was the wrong thing to do. That way it's not personal, right? Can you tell just from hearing it from me? I am a bad person. No, that's very personal. You're not a bad person. You're not unconfident. That might have been an unconfident act you just made, or an unconfident choice, or a poor choice you just made. That was a bad choice. But you're not a bad person. So switch the word I to the word that and watch what happens in your life. You're probably going to feel very, very different. Most people do. Dave Breslow, talk to you soon. Take care.